When people talk about the NIL and how bad it is for college sports, I want people to look no further than this young lady, Nijaree Canady. She's a young lady who got paid a hefty sum for her NIL. It was all over the blogs, all over the news the last couple of weeks, and been circulating. The deal had been signed last year, but just recently, everybody started talking about it a lot more and bringing it back up to light because she signed a deal that's not only going to change history for her, it's going to change a lot of women's lives that's coming behind her. Because let's just be real, like women's softball doesn't get the light that it should get. It doesn't get the attention it should get. It's a lot of phenomenal athletes there. Like, she started a career at Stanford, and many people may or may not have heard her name. I always glance at ESPN every so often and read the blogs enough to know who she was. Didn't watch her enough, but I knew she was incredible. She's the reigning USA Softball Player of the Year. I mean, led Stanford to 2 appearances in the Women's College World Series. So when she entered the transfer portal last June, it was a shock to a lot of people, right? Like hearing that name, like why would she leave school? And then it was an even bigger shock to hear that she announced that she was going to Texas Tech. Texas Tech really wasn't a great program. 44 years, in having an athletic program, a softball program, I should say. They never won a regular season conference championship. They never won a postseason conference championship. So this was like a big risk by many. You're going to a school in which you don't know what your legacy is going to be. But tonight, it all kind of paid off. Like, it looked like the investment is paying itself off. They won 29 games last year. They're currently up to 50 games, and they just won their first Super Regional and advanced to the Women's College World Series where they won 8 teams remaining. Like, it's just phenomenal to see this happen, and it's phenomenal to see young ladies finally starting to get their due. Now, she said something where she's like, I know it's big. It's a big deal. It shouldn't be such a big deal because the guys get it all the time, but she said she's hoping that in the future, a woman getting an NIL deal like this isn't really that big of a deal, but it's unprecedented, I should say. The previous record NIL deal for a softball player was $175,000. Her head coach asked her agent how much did she want to leave Stanford, and she was looking for $400K. Her coach thought she was worth more than that. He went to the Matador Club, which is the NIL initiative at Texas Tech, and told him she's a once-in-a-lifetime talent. She's a Bo Jackson. She's a Herschel Walker. NIL team at the Matador Club, they sat there, they talked to her. They realized they needed to up the ante. She got $1 million. She got $1,050,024. $1 million for the NIL, $50,000 for living expenses, and that 24 was for her jersey number. It's incredible. But shout out to her. Shout out to Texas Tech. They're still in her for a national championship. She literally changed the program around in one season. So it seems like that money was well spent.